everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Binky here today. This is the first time I've done this. I mean, I never post enough on my channel, so this is exciting. I am doing my first best and worst of 2019 video. Yes! Now here's the thing. Next year it's going to be a lot more comprehensive because I'm going to be doing old products that are new to me that I'm trying. So they've been around, new products, best and worst. And then older products that we all should enjoy and love. So I'm really excited because this year I'm going to be going through a lot of stuff and posting more. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video where you'll see my goals and I will revisit them. Can't wait because I'm really bad at sticking with things. Yeah, posting. So yes, so what you know what? Do we do the positive first or the negative first? I tend to be more positive, so I like to end on a high note. So you know what? Let's start with the worst. I hate doing that, but it goes against my being, but here we go. I have a list because I am sick and I will not remember things. Also, most of these things will be palettes because that's what I tend to use more. Few lipsticks, mostly palettes. Yeah, I don't use enough new products to be able to review everything, but that's going to change this year, so we will watch for that. But here we go. So the first thing is the Mesa palette from Bare Minerals. Whew. Yeah, so this was the new holiday palette that Bare Minerals put out, and I do think I have it somewhere, but I will just put it to the side. So Bare Minerals, a lot of people talk about how it has some of the best eyeshadow formula, and I've only bought 2 palettes from them, last year's and this year's, and to be honest with you, I haven't really used last year's that much. I got to pull it out and use it, because I'm a bum for not doing that. So I got this one, because it looked like colors that I would use, and it took almost a month to get. I ordered it on Black Friday, and Bare Minerals, if you read their Facebook page during that time, did not get things out very quickly, which first off did sour it because customer service is everything. They were ignoring emails, people, phone calls, hanging up on people. First off, the customer service really turned me off. That's just not cool. People, you're there to sell things and people are to buy them, so if you want to treat your customer base well. I ordered it on Black Friday and I didn't get it until like December 18th or something, so maybe not a full month, but still a long time. Not really acceptable. Not acceptable at all. No apologies, no keeping people up to date for why. So that kind of turned me off, but that is not the reason that I didn't like it. The reason that I didn't like it was because the colors are just too light. And this is coming from me who has porcelain skin, okay? The colors just are way too light and they all look the same. And even some of the crease colors, if you look at the end towards the left, they barely show up on me, porcelain skin. So I really don't know who this palette was intended towards. It just, and they're way too powdery for me, and I don't really like the formula that much. So I'm going to play with the older one to see if maybe I like it better, but if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't have gotten this palette. I would not have gotten this palette. Half the colors are not usable. It's too powdery and just leaves a mess on my eyes, and if you want me to do a review, I will. I will go back into the fire, but I really do not like this palette. Nope. So the next one is the Lorac Diamond palette. I know, I love Lorac. Lorac is one of my hands down favorite brands. I love Lorac. I know it's kind of fallen off the radar, but I've just been really uninspired by their products this year, and it makes me sad because I love them. I think they are so fantastic, and I love their formula. Their palette 1, 2, 3, 4, I use those all the time. They are fantastic. They're my favorite go-to in the morning. If I'm in a rush, I will always go to those, especially 4 and I think 2. But they're fantastic. So this kills me to say this, but I just didn't care for it. It just was really uninspired. A lot of the colors were the same. I felt like the whole diamond thing was just a cash grab. I don't want diamonds in my makeup. Also, I just don't like diamonds because the whole diamond trade and what happens with that, and to me it's just a big turn off. I don't want gold. I don't want diamonds in my makeup. It's just lame. Give me a good product and we'll go from there. That's all I need. A good product. That's it. But diamonds, really? and it was kind of hard to work with. I didn't end up reviewing some of these things, so please let me know if you want to see a review, and I will do it. Maybe I'll do a video of trying palettes I disliked. Let me know, but I just didn't care for it. And you had to use a glitter glue to get it to work. It was just a big disappointment. Now it's on sale for less than half off, I think, because nobody really wants it, and I kind of understand why. Lorac, I love you. Come back. I love you. You're one of my top 5 brands. Seriously. So it kills me to say this, but here we are. The next one was the LA Splash, I think it is. Is that what it's called? LA Splash Gatsby palette. Yes. So a lot of people are talking about this, and I liked it. English was one of my favorite classes besides the arts and things in school. And a lot of the books I was just like, what? Like The Grapes of Wrath made me just die inside. It was the most boring book I've ever read. 5 pages talking about a turtle walking. Yeah. So I actually enjoyed The Great Gatsby. That was a lot of fun. I was like, okay, I really got into this. So because of that, I ended up getting this palette. I really just didn't like, some of the shades are fantastic, but I just didn't care for the formula. I really didn't care for the formula. I found the metallic or shimmery shades to be very, they didn't distribute evenly, and it looked a little chunky and clunky on my eye. The mattes were okay. They were nothing to write home about. It just, the quality for what they were charging was not there. I mean, I've used drugstore brands that were a little bit better than that. So for me, it was very disappointing. So I probably wouldn't buy from LA Splash again. No, after that, you really need to put out a good product to really rope people in the first time, and it just didn't do much for me. So, not buying again. Okay, the next one is Stellar Foundation. I know, we actually have something besides palettes. I got this on sale on Sephora, and the reviews were fantastic on it. Like, fantastic, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do this because the foundation I've been using is discontinued, and it breaks my heart, and I have 3 bottles. So I'll have it for a while. But yeah, I hoarded it. I can't believe they got rid of it. But I'm on the outlook for something different. And so people love this. And it wasn't my shade. Bought it. And I really don't like it. Again, if you want me to do a video of how it wears and coverage, I will do it. But honestly, there is no coverage. It's really watery and patchy. And when you get it on, it doesn't really cover. It doesn't really absorb into the skin. It just lays on top and just doesn't cover anything. It's foundation. It's supposed to cover. It doesn't. So if you like a really, really light foundation, this is for you. But it did nothing. You know, I will revisit it, but boy, I did not like that. I don't know how it got so many great reviews. It just, I wore it once, and it was on the weekend, and I ended up switching to a different foundation because I really just did not like it. Yeah, it only took once to realize I did not like this. I did not like the formula. I did not like the coverage. I liked nothing about it. So I don't know how I had such great reviews, but it was just El Stinko. Okay, so the next one is the Stila After Hours palette. I got the one with the purple and the green, and this is a gorgeous palette. I freaking love this palette. The look of it, I'm like, yeah, this is a Binky palette. This is what I want. So I ended up getting it, and I will say that the mattes were pretty decent. I will say that. But the thing is, you're buying it for those special shades, and they are glorious. But here's the problem. They don't stick. They don't adhere to your eye. So you have to use a glitter glue, because if you do not, it is all over your face. All over your face. It looked like a disco ball. So I really didn't like that. So I'd use a glitter glue, and even then it could not capture these rogue sparkles that would be all over your face. Even with the glitter glue, it just could not keep it contained. And I was picking those things off all day. I would wash it off and it would still be there the next day. No. So the mattes are decent. And here's the thing, I'm a fool because I bought the holiday one. Why, I don't know. I bought it. It's on sale now. It did not sell well. I know why. I don't even like those colors, and I bought it because I'm a moron. Sometimes I make really bad decisions. I knew what that formula was, and I still bought it because it was pretty. I'm working on that this year because honestly, no, That, you know what, that could go on the list too. You're welcome. There you go. Because I just didn't like it. It was like glitter all over. It was just, and not in a good way. No, it was just, it couldn't be contained. Not a fan. Not a fan. Now the next one's not going to be a surprise if you watch my channel. It is the Huda Green Neon Palette. You know that was going to make it. That palette was bombed by so many people. Of all the neon ones, it was probably the most interesting. You build it up, you build it up, you build it up, you build it up, and it still does not completely cover your eyes. It just was a disaster. That's my kitty. She's using her scratching post. Good job! Yay! We always encourage that. But, yeah, it was chock full of disappointment. It was, I mean, you can make a couple decent eye looks, but you really have to pile it on. So the good thing is you'll pan it really quickly. I didn't end up returning it. I kept it because I do like the chartreuse color. There's a couple colors I like, even though they're difficult. And in the end, I was happy with one of the eye looks I was able to do, but I wasn't happy with it. I thought it was pretty, and it made me actually more angry because if it had been a good quality palette, it would have been extraordinary. So it was this missed opportunity, and it was just really sad because there were some gorgeous colors in that, but those palettes are just so hit and miss. Put out good quality products. People have panned those things. Yeah, so it was really, really disappointing to me. But the biggest disappointment of the year, the biggest one for me, was Wet n Wild, those powder horrible lipsticks. Read the review of those. Affordable makeup, but yet a big failure. I tried those. I still have them here somewhere, and I'm going to declutter them because I never want to use them again. I should have returned them. I did not. It was a waste of money, but they were cheap. Even still, no. I think they're trying to get rid of them, and nobody wants those snowball powder poo lipsticks. Basically, it's the powder, which I found intriguing. Put it on the lips, and then it becomes, you know, a lipstick, essentially. Okay, great. So I tried it. The powder was so strong that if you breathed it in, it would go in your lungs and you would choke. That's not something you want to do with lipstick. You're thinking about the years that you're taking off your life inhaling that crap. The other thing is it tasted like saccharin, like pure, like if you took like whatever those diet sugars are and you put it on your lips, that's what it tasted like. Even when it dried down, you could still taste that horrible flavor. It would not go away. It was like a horrible fake sweetener on your lips. It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. No ma'am, no sir, no thank you. I used it once or twice and I was like, no, this makes people spill secrets to governments. Put that on their lips. They'll spill it because it was terrible. It was awful. I don't know who passed it through, but that was just no bueno. Okay, so there. That is the negatives of the year. I know, I don't like being negative. I like to be a happy person, a positive person, but it's the reality. Those products just stunk and they just killed my soul. They really did. But now we're moving on to the positive stuff. That's what I'm about. So I'm really excited by this. So, some of these I did not end up reviewing. And I'm just looking at this list and I realize how much I dislike compared to what I really loved. Yeah, next year's going to be a longer video and more in depth. But that's okay. Not as many positives. Not because I didn't love things, but I really wanted things that I really enjoyed to be on this list. So, the first one is Alter Ego, believe it or not, which kind of surprised me because, yes, they do borrow ideas from other brands, but they're really good. They are really good. And I think they are Bad Habit that have rebranded themselves for whatever reason. None of our business. Don't have good memories of Bad Habit because they did some shady things that I did not like. But, like I said, I will give people a second chance if they lay low. They're good. The products are good. The one that I tried, I'll put to the side. It was the one based off of the gold palette of Natasha Denona. And honestly, it was excellent. I have a review coming up on that. It was excellent. They did not give it to me for free. I paid out of my own pocket. It was good. It was really good and totally worth the price. Even though I got it really cheap. That is good quality, and it lasted all day on these oily eyes. Let me tell you, it really is that good. It deserved to be on this list. Part of me didn't want to put it there just because I have past grievances with them, but I'm mature. I'm a mature adult. You know what? I'm going to move past it because it was good quality. Good quality, excellent. Excellent quality. Quality. I can almost speak. I'm sick. The next one, is Kaleidos. Kaleidos. I don't know. But I actually really like these. I ended up getting them all. I'll probably do reviews. I haven't. I paid for them myself. I know a lot of people have gotten them for free. I paid for myself. Yes. So, and I'm fine with that. I just say that so people know that it's not like a marketing thing or anything. I'm a very small channel. Nobody knows I exist, nor do they care. Nobody's giving me stuff for free. I'm paying. So, these are really fantastic. I don't know where this company came from, but that is a smart way to market your stuff. Beautiful, sleek packaging, which you'll see here. Imaginative colors. Beautiful. The quality is good. The packaging is wonderful. Very affordable. Ridiculously good. This brand is... There's a lot of people who got it for free, and you can't always trust that, but damn, they're good. From somebody who put her own money there, very good products. And some of them are just really original and really well put together to where you can make really bold eye looks, or you can bring in a more neutral palette, use some of the special colors, and make something more wearable. So I did find myself doing that a little bit because these are more for people who like bold looks or more colorful looks. If that's not you, this may be a little bit more tricky. I'm not always into bold looks, but I just absolutely adored this. Absolutely adored this. So I'm going to be doing videos on this because they're fantastic. They really are that fantastic. I am so curious to see. I don't care about their highlighters. The colored highlighter thing I'm not really big into, but I'm curious to see where they go with this in the new year. I really am, because I think we're going to be seeing some really fabulous things. A lot of companies are putting out some really boring stuff this year. They were keeping everyone on their toes, which I really freaking respect. I really respect that. So I'm really excited to see what they put out this year. So the next one is Clionadh, I think is how you say it. Man, those eyeshadows. Man, you've seen them. You've heard about them everywhere. Fan-freaking-tastic. I have some, and I'm going to be doing a video. I haven't really used them too much because I want to use them on camera for the first time, do some swatches. These things are damn expensive. Unless you're in the US, the exchange rate makes them more palatable, but they're expensive. Beautiful. Sometimes repetitive, I will put it there, but who cares? Because they're fantastic. I don't care. Fantastic. I love these things. These things are beautiful. You know, there's bigger companies trying to put out special things and special like eyeshadow. These are like Pat McGrath level. I will say it. The special shades that she does, these bad boys, yep. Yep. They basically have captured that in these small, beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous eyeshadows. They are a little bit fragile, very fragile, so be careful with them. Don't care. These things are gorgeous. These things are beautiful. These things, I will be doing a video. I cannot wait to start wearing them in the new year because I've been waiting to do a video. I'm not waiting any longer because these things, I've used a couple of them. They are that magnificent. They are that gorgeous. Yes. People have been raving about them. It's for real. These things are fantastic. It's like those special shades of Pat McGrath in individual things. Every last one of them. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes. I'm curious to see what they do this year. I'm very proud of this company because they put out good products. They're growing. And congratulations, ladies. You did a fantastic job. Big thumbs up. So now we're going to move on to a lipstick. I know. Finally. Boop, boop. So this is Bite Beauty. Bite Beauty, yes. So I love Bite Beauty. It's always going to be on my list because it is one of my favorite lipstick brands, hands down. And so the travel one, I know it didn't get a lot of woohoo in it, but especially anything travel, I love it. I love this. And it's interesting because I don't think it did as well as everyone. I don't know. I expected it to do better than it did. There were a lot of reds, to be fair, a lot of reds, a lot of pinks, not necessarily the most inspired collection. So I think maybe that's why there wasn't much of a buzz. I love the astrological one last year. I thought it was great, though. They needed a real astrologer to do some of the colors. I thought it was creative, and I really love the creativity of it, and I feel like maybe this one wasn't as creative, and maybe the creativity bit them in the butt a little, where they were like, no, we're not doing that again. But some of my favorite lipsticks came from that astrological one. It really did. It really did. And these weren't necessarily the most original colors. So I think that's why it didn't do as well or get as much hoopla. I loved them. I thought they were great. Yes, they were boring as hell, but again, the formula was great. I liked the inspiration. I got most of them on sale because they're clearancing out a lot of things to bring in the new vegan line. So I end up getting them. Some of them I paid more for, but for the most part, I end up getting them cheaper, and I love them. I think they're great. I wear them all the time. I think they're fantastic. So even when you get them at nothing, basically, that even makes them better. But yeah, I think these were beautiful, solid lipsticks. Big thumbs up. And believe it or not, there is more as far as lipsticks go. And it's kind of interesting because Bite Beauty is more higher end. And here's something that's a little bit more drugstore. So to offset the horrible thing that Wet n Wild put out, those snow crap lipsticks, they really were bad. Don't even if you're curious, do not. Please do not. Nope. Perhaps try Maybelline, the crayon lipsticks. I'll put the name to the side because I don't really know off the top of my head, but these things are fantastic. These things are so pigmented, wear well, are just fantastic. They really are, and I will have a video coming up of it in the next couple days, maybe before this or after, with the ones that I have. I didn't buy all of them, but they are absolutely fantastic. They really are that good. There have been really good reviews, and they really do deserve it. They really are quite good, and you'll get the buy one get one free or percentage off, which makes it even better. These are great. The pigment on these are fantastic. The color range is fantastic. You have very wearable colors versus very out there colors, which I think is great because it's going to appease those who like a little bit more creative license with lipstick versus those who are traditionalists. You have the more wearable colors versus the more bright, fun colors. You know, across the board, you have the lighter ones for lighter skin tones versus those who have deeper skin tones. It was just a smart line. Smart line, great product, great price. These things are great. They deserve one of the top spots because they really are that fantastic, and they're a drugstore brand. They really do deserve it. So I would 100% recommend those. I would. They're absolutely fantastic. 100% fantastic. Absolutely love them. Okay, so the last couple of 2019, and like I said, next year I think I'm going to organize this completely different. But it doesn't matter because we're in the here and now, baby. So I really couldn't do a list without this brand, and that would be Pat McGrath. Yeah, what I will say is that there were a lot of palettes put out this year, and that was a little bit overwhelming to the point where, and same thing even with, help me out here, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I cannot speak. I am sick. You can hear it on meds. So, yes. A lot of companies are putting out too much, almost to the point where before when there was a release, it was really special. We were like, oh. So it became kind of like, please don't put out too much because people are already fatigued. People are so fatigued this year. And so less is more sometimes. But that being said, I did like some of the products for sure. I did. What I will say is that with the two large palettes that came out, and then the Decadence, I think it is, was re-released, which that was a whole different thing, but this is the best, so we're not going to go into any negativity. And that was a re-release. But of the ones that were put out, the best one, by far, even though I don't have the Decadence, I don't have that one, but is the Divine Rose. And I know a lot of people are going to go, grrr. Along with that mini palette, and there was 3 mini palettes, and they were all great, but the pink one that sold out like this. These two, you could put them together side by side and it was like a continuation. And I know a lot of people are upset that they both sold out crazy fast. Crazy fast, which they did. It sucks. I know. But they're really that good. That Divine Rose is so wearable and so fantastic. Very dupeable. I have a video coming up showing a review on it. If you want me to do dupes, I will do those damn dupes to make your life better, easier, because you have them. You have those colors. I swear, you have them for the most part. But there's something about the quality of it. I know it, to me, it was worth it. It really was. I have a feeling she'll bring it back permanent. Not the small quad one, but the big one, the Divine Rose, because it really is that good. I love it. It's an everyday wearable palette. I was wearing it all the time. I will go back to wearing it all the time. It's just smart. It's just wonderful. It really is worth it to me. It is expensive. Like I said, it is completely dupeable though. It is. But to me, I don't care. It was worth it. I didn't end up spending anything on it. That's a whole nother story. But so I did get it for free. Even if I didn't get it for free, I do not care. It still would be worth it to me. It is fantastic. It is worth the hype. It's just a beautiful everyday palette that you can wear, which there's something to be said about that. There really is something to be said about that. So yeah. So those are my favorites of the year, my best, my worst. And I'm really excited to see what happens this year, because I will say there wasn't a lot of inspiration this year in 2019. I feel like everybody was kind of playing off of each other and it wasn't really that inspired. So I want to be inspired this year. Something like Alter Ego or Cleonade Cosmetics, that's why they're on here, is because they were more inspired and it was something that was interesting. But I feel like this year was just kind of, dare I say, a little boring. So I'm excited to see who puts out what this year, because I feel like the indie brands are really stepping it up, but the major brands are not really, or maybe it's just it's so saturated, nothing's really new anymore, which is good because it'll help people save money this next coming year. But yeah, it was just an interesting year. But yes, so that is my best, that is my worst. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what your favorites are and what your worsts are. And until next time, my friends, have a fabulous day. Bye.